Hello everyone, we're back with Higanbana no Saku Yoru ni, translated meaning the unforgiving flowers blossom in the dead of night. When we last left off, we finished Homeland's Castanets, and that was definitely an ending to a chapter. I really like chapter 5, it was one of the better chapters so far. So chapter 6, One Girl's Day, it's the penultimate chapter of the first night. Of course, there's the second night of Higanbana, which has another 7, but I'm still not sure if I'm going to do those right away, or it might take like a month break or so. But we'll see. Like, there's actually a visual novel I started that I don't think is too long, that I never uploaded. It's called Sepia Tears. Like, it was okay. I wasn't really that into it, but that's not when I stopped reading it. It's just stuff happened. Multiple things just kind of delayed me, so I haven't read it since like October. But I'd like to go back and finish it. Maybe I'll upload that between Higanbana nights, or maybe I'll just go straight into the second night. I don't really know. So yeah, I don't actually know the lengths of these two. Like, before, I kind of looked up the lengths of 4 and 5, just to kind of see. It always feels like it's kind of cheating, though, whenever I do that. I feel guilty. But, like, it's very helpful, especially since there's no, like in Umineko Higurashi, there's a clear, like, chapter cut, which is extremely nice, and that's something I really love about recording those two games. Well, I haven't recorded Higurashi. Well, actually, I did. Back in chapter 1. That was ages ago, though. And, yeah. So, kind of expecting this one to be Rika face, and then the last one's gonna be Higanbana-centric, I guess? I imagine one of them is at least gonna be the length of the spirit camera. Like, which I think was the longest one so far? And so maybe this one will be... well, it could be the last one, even. Which one do you think is gonna be the... let's assume there's a short one and a long one. Which one's which? Because so far it's kind of kept that pattern. Like, well, no, actually, I guess it hasn't. Like, 3 and 4 were pretty short. Like, 3 was a bit longer than, well, like, a bit. It was longer than 4 by, like, 20 minutes or so, but still. Maybe, no, you get what I mean. It's not 2 or 5 long, but it's still, like, mid-length. So maybe this will be one of those. I tripped and skinned my knee. And on top of that, I was late. Are you running with toast in your mouth? It was fun. What's this song? I was yawning. There've only been 3 times I can think of that I run at school. First was for gym. After physical exercises were over, they'd make us run tons and tons of laps around the campus, and I was always bad at it. But now I'm not wearing a gym uniform, so it's not gym class. Second, during break. I was fussing around with my friends while causing a commotion, chasing and being chased by them. This was fun. I loved it. But right now I'm carrying a backpack, so it's not during break. Which means, it must be the last one. Oh, how awful. This easygoing thinking was just a form of escapism. There weren't any other students running like me. Oh, this is awful. I really don't want to be late. I'll turn at the corner, make the last straight line into the school gate. Turn, now, for the home stretch! Yeah! Just that I stumbled over something I couldn't see. Well, if I couldn't see it, I wouldn't have tripped. The fact that I tripped over something pretty much means that I didn't see it. I took a tremendous fall and skinned my knee. Ow, 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 ow. My knee started burning hot, and a throbbing pain began. Slowly, a bit of blood started oozing out. I gently traced it with my index finger. My fingertip was slightly stained red. How interesting. Looking down on it from the top of the wall were 2 school yokai. Oh, Higanbana and Marie? Yep. Higanbana-san, that wasn't very nice. There's no reason to trip her. It's fine. Running because it looks like you'll be late, tripping and skinning your knee. I think it's a day that everybody would want to experience at least once. Higanbana giggled. Of course, the girl could not see those figures. Ow, 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 ow. You gonna get a Sprite for her? I got up and looked up at the other side of the school gate. And then, that ruthless chime. The gates rattled closed. The tragic comedy, is that how you said that? Of shutting down the students who rushed by at the last minute unfolded. Which means that looking at myself here, it's 100% decided that I'm late. Which means that even if I run now, it's no use. Then, I'll walk. Even if I'm already late, running now would just be ridiculous. While laughing indifferently, I calmly began to walk. From afar, the educational guidance instructors were urging us to hurry it up. Even if we're hurry or not, what's it matter if you're gonna get mad at us for being late anyway? So at the very least, in exchange for you getting mad at us, you have to let us enjoy the leisurely morning 100-meter stroll to the gate. This is a good season. I was dripping with sweat from sprinting with all my might up until now. The wind that cooled my sweat and rejuvenated me, but incredibly good. Now that I had my fill of this refreshing morning, I calmly arrived at the school gate. Thump. I got hit by the teacher's fist. What are you walking so slowly for? You're late, you know, late. Yeah, I know. I'll run if I can make it, but it was already settled I was late. Enough with the excuses. If you don't like running, you can start leaving your house earlier tomorrow. Took another relentless blow to the crown of my head. Wow. It's throbbing now. How fun. I mean, I want to go there. You do you. Alright, get your butt in gear and hurry to your class. You better not be late again after today. Got it. Jeez, at least your response is decent. Alright, get going. Don't run in the halls. And with that, the teacher was satisfied. Because a smile and honest response, that was a child's best weapon. That kind of exchange was also a little bit enjoyable. I went through the gap that the teacher had opened in the gate and broke into a run. Yeah, today felt like a day that something wonderful would happen. Tripping, being late, and getting smacked by your teacher, and that's a wonderful day? What an optimistic kid. Let's stop. It's kind of teasing. Well, it's fine. I just wanted to try it out. I think that kid would say it was a wonderful day no matter what is done to her. Higanbana grinned and looked up at the school building. To today's unfortunate victim of this mischievous yokai's hobby, Marie felt the deepest compassion. So is this entire chapter just gonna be Higanbana messing with this girl for the whole day? I'll take attendance now. Aikawa-kun. Here. Adachi-kun. Yeah. Morning roll call. Answering this medal is the beginning of my school day. Those who are bored of school, or those who are still tired, respond sluggishly. It seems like such a waste. After all, if you respond cheerfully, you could have a wonderful day of that same extent. That's why, when my name was called, I replied in an exceptionally energetic voice. Yeah, we don't get it, of course. The low spirits of before, in light of my clearly cheerful voice, surprised everyone with their blank faces, and they giggled. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna keep us in the dark of who this is the whole time, and at the very end they're gonna reveal who they are. And we'll be like, whoa, what? So in that case, we need to list all the female characters we've been introduced to so far. Marie. Very unlikely to be her. I mean, we've seen her already. But that could be part of the thing. It's not Ghost Marie. She came back to life. But there's also still a Ghost Marie. Yeah, that sounds stupid, so I'm gonna veto that. Chapter 2, there's that one ghost girl. Yeah, she's in hell right now, so probably not her. Chapter 3, it's possible. Oh, I forget her name. Princess. That seems the most likely out of all of them. Just because her not being in the illusion would be enough to shock us, I guess, but I don't know, it just kind of feels weird. Chapter 4, Shizuru, why would it be her? Chapter 5 didn't have a female character, I don't think. Other possibilities that it's a character we've been introduced to but not really familiarized with. Off the top of my head, there's that one girl in chapter 3. That was like the foil character to the princess. But it's all I can think of. Like, imagine Marie had sisters, right? Wait, siblings? I think they're sisters, but I don't know. I think they're all older than her, if I remember, though. So, I don't think it's... Anyway. I'm just thinking. The low spirits of before, in light of my clearly cheerful voice, surprised everyone with their blank faces, and they giggled. If you want to laugh, then laugh. You can't relive the same day at school more than once. That's why the start of this day, known as today, that won't come again, makes sense to greet it with spirit. Well, there's a good response. Everyone else do it like that too. Next, Nogami-san. So, okay, because it's alphabetical order. Hold on. Japanese alphabet. her name probably starts with an N. Oh, my keyboard. Well, okay, my keyboard's not working, but never mind. Yeah, right before I started recording, like, my headset wasn't working. I was like, huh, so I had to plug it back in. It's probably the same thing with my keyboard for whatever reason. Anyway, here. Starting from my response, the atmosphere of the class suddenly changed. Everyone began responding with cheerful voices, slow to keep them from losing against the person before them. See? With just one happy greeting, the day can change. Wondering why we never do these obvious things. The people who respond like they're bored end up spending the rest of their day in tedium. That's just sad. Alright, I'm gonna collect your homework, so I want everyone from the back to pass it up to the teacher. Hope there's nobody who forgot to do it. Shouldn't have to say what will happen if you forgot. Teacher threatened with a grin. If you forgot your homework, you have a punishment of having your cheeks pinched or twisted. It hurts, and the expression of people who get pinched is silly, so it makes everyone laugh. So there isn't a person here who would want to forget their homework. So, I wonder, is this telling of when this takes place, or is that just, like, what's the right word? Corporeal punishment? Is that? I don't think that's still a thing in Japan. That's the right word, right? No, I didn't mix it up with capital punishment, which is death. Which I don't think is this thing in the Japanese education system. Although I could be wrong. So maybe this takes place sometime in the past, but even then it can't be that too far in the past. Anyway, but still, there are a few reckless boys who will smile defiantly and proclaim, "Yeah, I forgot," stand up from their seat. Boys are just so careless. There's not a single girl who would forget. Huh? Girls are really just not fun at all. I don't even know how many pages of this I had to do, so I can sympathize. Higanbana-san, that girl's worksheet. That disorderly thing that Higanbana was blabbing about was without a doubt that girl's practice notebook. So, Higanbana had to do them? I think it actually did mention that Higanbana didn't start out as a yokai, like she was a human before. I vaguely remember that from Meso-san when I edited it like a month ago. I didn't really think about it at the time. The one that should have been in her desk. The girl, muttering how strange it was still searching around in her desk. Well, that's weird. Even though I swear I put it right in my backpack. Why? The person behind me was collecting everyone's drill sheets and was handing them to me. Well, this is no good. If I don't turn it in... Why isn't it here? This is too weird. In the end, even going so far as to turn her backpack upside down, her worksheet never appeared. Alright, all of you who forgot it, head to the front. Even though I told you not to forget it. Jeez. There are 5 boys and I was the only girl. Oh, why? Even though I know I did my homework and put it in my bag. I kept thinking that way. Like I didn't want to gracefully accept my punishment. I felt awful. I bet I just left it in my desk at home. It always does just feel awful whenever you... Well... How many times have I've done it at least a couple times. Like, you actually do your homework and you forget it at home. But then there's also the time when you don't do your homework. Which, don't tell anyone, it happened to me a couple times back in middle school. And you're just like, huh, I did that. That's weird. Where'd it go? But there's actually one time back in middle... Well, it might have been even in elementary school, actually. I forget. Where I did my homework. And the teacher was like, yo... And, like, I turned it in. The teacher was like, yo, where's the homework at? I was like, but I did my homework. And I had to look through, like, all the graded papers that she had looking for it. And eventually, like, after, like, 20 minutes, she was like, yeah, you know what, you're a good kid. You just forget about it. I'm like, sweet! And that's... I don't know why I remember that still. I just do. Anyway, the 6 that I forgot lined up, and one after another had their cheeks pinched and twisted. These boys were all habitually forgetful. Really? How many times do I have to tell you before you stop forgetting? Next time you forget, I'll do this double, you hear? Double! Pull out your cheeks till your face looks like a bulldog's. While she threatened them, she pinched each of their cheeks one by one, exactly the way you'd pinch and stretch mochi. Seeing those warped funny faces, everyone laughed hysterically. And normally I'd be laughing with them. What a disgrace. Oh, now this is rare. Did you forget yours too? Yes. Even though I thought I did my homework. Guess I forgot to put it in my backpack. Oh, really? It's pretty disappointing to have you done your homework and let it all go to waste because you forgot it, right? Be more careful next time, alright? I was someone who constantly forgot my homework, so the teacher only admonished me gently. I nodded cheerfully and brightly replied that I would be careful next time. As if that it was just a put on, my collar was pulled violently back. But I still need to punish you, dang it! Got it! And then from this experience, and don't forget again. My soft cheeks were tugged, stretched, and twisted. Yes, my face was very funny, because everybody was bursting with laughter. It was somehow funny. Even though it should have hurt, it made me laugh too. Alright, we're done here. Go back to your seat. I was saying this and freeing me. I could see even my teacher seemed to be laughing. My cheeks hurt. I was laughed at by everyone, but it was fun. While feeling like I was the only one who was given a reward from the teacher, I triumphantly returned to my seat. The pain in my cheeks. That had become a pleasant feeling. It looked like it hurt. Having your cheeks pinched and pulled like that. She's not bad. Even after going through that, she's still thinking it was fun. It's kind of nice, isn't it? It's Jargon! That's the only explanation. It's Jargon. If you haven't read Fata Morgana Requiem for Innocence, you won't understand that joke. But if you have, you'll be like, oh, that's funny. Good one, HorseyEatYou. You're a comedic genius. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Isn't this interesting? Makes me want to test her more. Higanbana's smile twisted wickedly. Oh really, there aren't any more clean, twisted tests she could do. What do you mean by test? Isn't it obvious? Testing whether she'll think things are fun regardless of how far she's pushed. While Higanbana's eyes glittered and narrowed, Marie sighed deeply. Marie was starting to realize that while Higanbana was in a good mood, if she were to interrupt her with an awkward comment, Higanbana would get strangely pouty. As long as she doesn't start saying she'll cause any harm, I suppose I can tolerate it. There's no way Higanbana could guess Marie's wordless laments. Wait, can they not read yokai minds? Only human minds? Huh. Alright, let's try it out. Let's see if you'll still think everything is fun no matter what happens or how far you're pushed. This is a song. The girl who caught the bad-natured school yokai's eyes, in any case, had a series of unfortunate events all day. On just this days, the rays of the sun felt really good. Without thinking, just as I dozed off, I was suddenly hit by my teacher. I didn't know what page we were on in my textbook. Continue reading. Go on. My teacher's suspecting me. He thinks I was falling asleep. Page 48. Thank you. Right as people were getting impatient, the person behind me became my lifesaver. During these times, there's not a girl who wouldn't feel she had wonderful friends. Even though I was in quite a pickle of falling asleep, since it was such a wonderful feeling, I was happy with it. Next was the science incident. We're measuring the temperature inside a test tube. The teacher said if we didn't pay attention to the thermometer, the test tube could break in spite of everything. Shatter! Oh no, now... I hit my thing, sorry. Now I've done it. Why did the thermometer have to get slippery all of a sudden? Behind it, the mischievous school yokai giggled. Really, what are you doing? Sorry. Turned out like this. The thermometer stuck out from the bottom of the test tube. When it started squirting out like a water gun, it was quite comical. Everyone in my group started giggling and laughing. Well, lady the teacher got mad at me, but I still had too much fun. Then there was the time at lunch. For some reason, I just couldn't follow. When I was drinking my milk, it suddenly went up my nose and a humongous sneeze came out. Everyone could tell it felt pretty awful when I finished my sneeze. Then I had lines of milk coming out of my nose, and everyone in the class cracked up. Must have been infectious, because countless boys started spurting out milk in the same way, and the whole class erupted in explosive laughter. I and everybody else was drinking in milk and rolling in laughter. Even though I suffered through that, nothing could keep me down. Not even the lunch on the menu could beat a room filled with how do you say that? Raucous? Laughter? Raucous? Something like that. That's why, as I wiped my face with my handkerchief, I couldn't stop laughing. You know, maybe while she's drinking milk is going too far. Even after that, she still thinks it's fun? She's pretty tough after all. Oh, maybe you want to see her cry no matter what it takes. I'll make you cry. I'll definitely make you cry. But my title, the Dancing Higanbana, the number 3 school yokai on it. Please don't bet your name on that. After lunch was a fun afternoon break. It's the most fun time at school. The boys all dashed out of their classrooms at once. Running around the courtyard brimming with energy on a day with weather like this would surely be fun. I also dashed out of the class with my friends. Hurry, let's go, let's go! The boys are gonna take all the balls from us again. If we're late, only the deflated balls will be left. Where should we play? How about over by the meteorological equipment? The grass over there feels so good. You get a bunch of people together and you have a ball in the warm grass. Just by that, the afternoon break glittered vividly. Because I was running around excitedly, I wasn't paying attention to what was in front of me. There's a girl hiding by my shoe rack, and I violently slammed into her with my right shoulder. She was probably an upperclassman. Her hair was long, beautiful, and incredibly impressive. I'm sorry. I moved the side of my busted up shoulder too much, started spinning around and around like something out of a comic, and then fell over. I'm spinning like crazy, like a teacup at an amusement park. That feeling was likely coming in small pieces due to the shock of that intense pain. It was a pain so sharp that I felt like the bulky blade of an axe was splitting apart my forehead. I must have hit myself hard against the corner of the shoe rack. While I stopped at the shoe rack, I spun around and squatted down. Shutting around in the hallways. I'm sorry. She said this while putting on a serene smile, but just the pain that made me dizzy. I couldn't even open my eyes. Are you okay? Kya! Kya! There's so much blood! Really? I didn't mean to get such a terrible injury. More importantly, if we don't go and get the ball, they'll all be taken by the boys. I'm fine, so everyone, hurry and go get a ball. Did they come out to just kill someone? Kya, hang in there! Somebody call the nurse! She lost her consciousness, and her stance lost its grace as she collapsed to the floor. On the shoe rack that she had clumsily gone over with her forehead, a splash of blood was thickly plastered. Saying that, the girls let out a blood-curdling scream. Hearing that, students began to gather near. The teacher, thinking something was wrong, also came dashing. In the middle of the circled crowd, the girl whose fresh blood continued to spill lost consciousness. Breaking out from that circle, what looked like the figure of an upperclassman calmly walked. It looked as though the humans could not see her. No matter how you look at this is taking it too far. It's fine. It's just enough of an injury to send her to the nurse's office. It's not like it's life-threatening or anything. It's not a matter of the degree. Telling you hurting someone is taking it too far. Why are you being so spoiled, Murray? I'm a yokai, aren't I? I'm the dancing Higanbana. I drag the students I take interest in to the infirmary. She's someone I took interest in, right? Even if she falls down or she's late, she forgets something or gets pinched. No matter what happens to her, she just keeps saying it's so much fun. I'm gonna make her cry no matter what it takes. The girl was carried to the school infirmary. Although her worried friend stuck by her side, they were not allowed in the infirmary. There was nothing to do but pray for her well-being and dejectedly return her home. Wondering if I should call it here or keep going a little bit. Let's keep going a little bit, I guess. In the infirmary, the nurses were watching her condition. What do you think, nurse? Would it be best for us to call an ambulance? She's fine. The cut on her forehead is quite clean. But she's passed out. I said she's just fine. Kids aren't that breakable. She was probably just a bit surprised when she saw a lot of blood coming out. Let's just let her rest for a while and keep an eye on her condition. Can you let her homeroom teacher know that she'll be resting for a while? Yes, I understand. Fortunately, it didn't seem to be as bad of an injury as it looked. A bandage had been wrapped around all around the girl's head, and she was lying down on the bed. Certainly, her appearance was painful to look at, but according to her expression, she looked rather serene. In actuality, she also didn't think that she'd sustain that serious of an injury. Her consciousness is a little far off, but it's still there. From what the teachers could tell, she was sleeping, but in reality, she was just listening in on what was happening around her. Thank goodness. Looks like it's not a serious injury. Hold on. I need to take a drink. It's a relief, but it also feels a bit disappointing. On a day with such nice weather like this, when the chime went off, we simultaneously dashed out of the classroom. I was planning on playing like crazy. Okay, there we go. I was planning on playing like crazy, and it was ruined by hitting my head on a shoe rack. Still, I thought I'd at least end up with a bump. By no means did I think I would collapse. Today just isn't really going along with me. But well, I guess it's fine. I was thinking, I always wanted to sleep in the infirmary bed at least once. My wish came true, so maybe that's a good thing? From far away, I could hear the chime that signaled the end of the lunch break. I think it's 5th period. That's right, PE. If I get up right now, I could use the fact that I didn't play during my lunch break and exercise with all my might. Even though I feel more energetic, my body feels heavy like it was half asleep and won't listen to what I tell it to do. Man, even though this spectacular looking day... I hate you, Yokishi. Even though the spectacular looking day of X Bond X Day X Year will never happen again, why am I spending this special school day sleeping in this place? I tripped and fell. Forgot my things. Seriously, today just isn't so great. The girl was trying with all of her might to think of her dream of sleeping in the infirmary bed as a plus. As could be expected with all those misfortunes piling up, was getting discouraged. Oh, you're awake? The nurse noticed. Yes. How do you feel? Do you have a headache or anything? Nothing to be concerned about. By my decree, you should sleep a bit longer. The nurse had a bright expression. She was glad that it wasn't a serious injury. Then, I just want to go back to class soon. The only day I could attend today's 5th period class is today. I don't want to waste my one-off chance of going to today's 5th period class sleeping in a place like this. Are you okay? It's because you're running in the halls that you wind up like this. Really. My homeroom teacher came to and got mad at me. The school nurse saying, calm down, was standing up for me. I suppose you could learn that running in the halls is a bad thing if you hit your head and remember how much it hurt. Right? You won't run or anything anymore, right? I won't. I responded with a nod. A relieved smile came from both teachers. I think I'll let her sleep for a little longer. I think she'll probably be able to go back to homeroom eventually. Is that so? Thank you very much. Hear that? Please rest for a while, okay? You mustn't push yourself. I want to go to the gym. What happened if you exercised and your wound opened up? After 5th period is over, if you look like you're awake, you can go back. That should be fine. After 5th period, there aren't any more classes. In short, my school life of today is going to end here. While saying I feel just fine, I tried to get up. Then the nurse kept me from getting up and got mad at me, saying that I have to get some sleep. Then I tried to protest that I was energetic in my own way, but it didn't do me any good. Eventually, the homeroom teacher left. The chime sounding the beginning of 5th period rang. From the courtyard, I could hear a short whistle blowing, then I began to hear everyone's enthusiastic shouts. They're the voices of my classmates. Even though I couldn't see them, I could tell it was them just by hearing their voices from here. It's Fuji-kun and the others messing around and enjoying themselves. Is that a name we know? I don't think so. The leader of the girls, Nagishi-san, and others were warned, then got into arguments, and they were warned by a teacher. Even though I can't see the courtyard, just by listening carefully, I can pick up what's happening out there from inside the infirmary. You know, now that I think about it, there's nothing really to tell us that all of these stories even take place within, like, the same, like, school year. Like, for example, maybe, Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 take place, like, 5 years apart or something. And, like, I guess that's plausible. Like, the only really link between them is the yokai, and those guys don't age. The only one that would really change it all would be Marie. And I mean, I guess Higanbana, because character development with her and Marie. Well, it could happen, might not. Who knows? Like, we don't even know too much about Higanbana, so... Like, was what she did in Chapter 5, was that just something she would do naturally? Or is that just, you know, her being Higanbana because Marie... Well, you get what I mean. Anyway. Even though I can't see the courtyard, just by listening carefully, I can pick up what's happening out there from inside the infirmary. Since the infirmary faced the courtyard, I could hear the voices on campus really well. So, even though all I could do was look up at the ceiling like this, even like this, I could tell what everyone is doing. Even though I can tell what everyone is doing, it's as if they are so close to me, but I can't see anyone. I'm the only one who can't be with them. Even though they are so close, feeling as in a world far removed from everyone, I was sad. I knew this would be the last of it. Looks like I win. Lost a little respect for you, Higanbana-san. It's fine. After all, I've granted her wish of sleeping in an infirmary bed. How sad. She just wanted to go to do PE with everyone. You see, when you're in the infirmary, you can really hear the voices from outside. Whoever it is, what they're doing, or what they're playing, you can tell easily. The master of the infirmary said with her eyes staring into the distance. Even though you can feel everyone enjoying themselves as if they're right next to you, you can't see them, nor can you be with them. Could it be you're talking about yourself, Higanbana-san? This is about all school, okay? Or rather, non-human beings. Is that what it means to have life after death, I wonder? The girl was thinking the same. If I died, since I still have many regrets in this world, I probably would wish to turn into a ghost without resting in peace. After becoming a spirit, where would I go? School is fun. If I think about it, I spend more time at school than I do at home. So definitely, if I were to become a ghost, I think I'd become a school ghost. I thought about that absent-mindedly for a time. But right now, in this infirmary, all I could hear was the sound of everyone's voices seemingly having so much fun. It started to feel just a bit lonely, I suppose. I'm this close to everyone. Even though I could tell what everyone is doing and what games they're playing, I can't count myself as one of them. My simple wish to even see their faces can't be granted. I'd hate it, being a ghost like that. But sleeping here now, I'm a school ghost. Perhaps, when I hit my head on the shoe lockers, I really died. Perhaps I've become a corpse on this bed? That strange idea crossed my mind. It was scary. I concentrated on wiggling my fingers. They move. I'm not a corpse. But as long as I'm sleeping here, I'm a corpse. I'm a ghost. I thought being a ghost would be more fun. Disappearing at will, pulling mysterious pranks. I thought I could always be with everyone. I hate this. I don't want to be a ghost like this. I hate this. Being a corpse. The chime sounds, signaling the end of the 5th period. Then the phone rang. The nurse picked up the receiver. You've been a great help. Yeah, thank you. Saying that, she put down the receiver. After briefly checking my condition, she left the infirmary. As her footsteps faded, silence fell over the infirmary. Is that a good place to call it? Let's read like 2 more lines and we'll see. Slowly, I began to get up. Okay, yeah, we're gonna call it here. Yeah, like, it's really too early to say anything about this. We'll see next time when we get further in. Like, I don't think this one's too long. I could see it finishing in the next episode. Maybe another one. But I don't think it's any longer than, like, what, another 30, 40 minutes? Or at least halfway done with it, I'd say. That's just a guess, though. Like, I think I said something similar with the spirit camera when we're, like, 2 episodes in. I think that one was, like, 6 episodes long? Or 5? I forget. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.